What I like, what I like, what I like, what I like. I mix what I like, what I like, what I like, what I like. Hey, what's up, world? Welcome to another edition of I Mix What I Like right here at Black Power Media. Again, I'm Jared Ball, very happy to be your host. Hope you're enjoying your paid tribute to us military veterans. It's like I'm just playing. I hope you're out there doing better than I have in supporting African Liberation Day, some other more radical, progressive, militant, off-record commemoration or, well, on-the-record public commemoration of African Liberation Day, off-the-record militant organizing around how to make African liberation manifest. And definitely invite people to get on in here and get comfortable. It's going to be an extended show this morning, and I have a feeling afterwards it's going to get a little clippy, around here because a lot of different moving parts this morning. And big shout out to Josh and Aaliyah, who have been helpful in putting together a show today. We have a number of guests coming up later. So a lot happening actually this morning. So in the next hour, we're going to be joined by Greg Marcel Dixon, who is running for office, who's a public school teacher but is running for office in South Carolina. And it's kind of too bad we didn't have it timed out to have Geechee on this because Dixon comes from the Gullah Geechee, has that Gullah Geechee background in South Carolina, but he's also, so we're going to hear about his grassroots or his local political campaign and its reparations plan. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern, because everybody's joining from all around the country and on the West Coast, so we wanted to give them as much time to get up this morning as possible. We're going to be talking with a number of contributors to this book, which has a short interview with me in it about the history of hip hop activism, which I'm very excited to get into. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer show this morning. So definitely get comfortable. Hopefully you all can stick around, those who are here already, and you can invite others to join you. And to those who will see and hear this later, welcome. Shout out to you as well. And to my neighbor's dog, who's apparently going to be in the background this morning. But while you're here, definitely smash all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, invite people to join the stream this morning as well. Put this show in your stream, in your social media stream. And speaking of African Liberation Day, peace, everybody. Ricky, Lisa, Sugar Booger, Coco, what's going on? Please know that I do expect that there will be more post coverage and discussion of African Liberation Day coming up this week on the platform. So I look forward to right on. I look forward to hearing more about that as well. So I had the exact opposite experience of African Liberation Day yesterday and this weekend. Yeah, right on. Dogs make it better. Shout out to Jackie and the late Brewski. condolences, but she did lose Brewski this weekend, and posted about it on Facebook, I believe. Very sorry to hear that. What's up, Dr. Todd? Stephen Burrows in the building. Yeah, I look forward to the discussion as well. The book is a long time coming, and so it's kind of good to go back and see, reflect on. It's a couple years since the interview that I had was put together, and before the book came out. And since I don't believe, and Dr. Burrows, correct me, others can correct me if I'm wrong on this, I don't believe a book I thought was going to come out dealing with a similar issue from Bakari Kitwana on hip hop activism and Obama or something like that. I don't think that book ever came out, did it? I was looking forward to that because I thought I might have appeared in that one, given I was invited to an exchange with Brother Kitwana, and I don't think it went the way he thought it was going to go. So I wasn't sure if it was going to make it in the book or not, but I was very interested to see what happened. Yeah. But because I think there's, and I'll probably have to dig those up too. Some interviews I've in not full on debates, but some debate around what does it mean to be a hip hop activist. And I know Dr. Burrows was among the too few in the heyday of hip hop activism to kind of stand back from that label as everybody was running towards it. And for a number of us, it just didn't resonate. So anyway, but yes, indeed, rest in peace to Brewski. Please extend your best wishes to Jackie and continue to show her some love. Because people who are not pet owners sometimes front on what it means to lose a pet, and or they're just general animal haters. But it's no joke. And especially given her recent losses, Brother Abdus and whatnot. I mean, but anyway, so it's not easy. So yeah, that was, yeah. And and it still reverberates. The damage from that still reverberates. But I did want to kind of start today with talking about the contradiction that I live in a little bit. There's a number of things I want to get to this morning before we get to our guests. First, let me pay attention to my notes. Look what I got. I got the new Remix Morning Show mug. You should check that out to go with my BPM tees. Anyway, go to blackpowermedia.org and get some of that merch and support the channel in that way if you could. And new merch has been added as well. So, but so as I said last week, I had to miss a number of things this weekend because my baby girl had a soccer tournament, and let's bookend this. How do they say with the compliment sandwich? Let's bookend with the good news. So at the end of what I'm going to share with you, she had to go. Two teams in the tournament were tied, and they decided that had equaled up in points, and the goal differential and everything was tied. So to see who would advance in the tournament, and when they played head to head, they tied. So when to see who would advance, they had to have penalty kicks. 5-on-5, best of 5, and that team would advance. And then immediately after the penalty kicks, played a game that they played into. So right after this right here is right after what I'm about to get into with you in just a second. I know you don't have it's not the best of view. But baby girl steps up. Right on, Mar. All the pressure in the world. And you got to remember, the girl before her had missed. And if she had missed, they would have been in an unrecoverable hole. So she led and they went on, won the penalty kicks, went into the to the next game. They did lose a tough game, 1-0, so they're out of the tournament. But okay. So, but before that, the day before, she had a little, she caught an elbow to the head. And I don't have the reports in front of me, but there are, no, I don't have a minivan. Oh, but the penalty kick was sweet though. She stepped up. She was nervous, but she stepped up. We had practiced that morning. She stepped up, upper right-hand corner. Nothing the keeper could do about it. Didn't even move. Keeper was frozen. Couldn't even move. It was so sweet. And for those who don't understand penalty kicks, the pressure on the penalty kick is on the shooter because the keeper is not expected to make the save. Can't move till the ball is kicked. So all the pressure's on the shooter. Anyway, she stepped up, did her thing. It was beautiful. The day before, she catches an elbow, sustains not an injury, but she comes out of the game. The referee of the game takes her out of the game, and because they're more cautious about concussions and head injuries, he would not let her back in the game until she was seen by a tournament trainer. Of course, there was no tournament trainer at that particular game, so she was out for the rest of that game, which was a major issue because she was killing it. She was featured at center mid this tournament, which means like the quarterback, the point guard. She was and she wasn't really hurt. So, but I get that they have to be extra cautious, so I wasn't really mad at that. Because I don't have the reports in front of me, but I've read a number of them that show that actually you're more likely to sustain a concussion playing women's or girls soccer than you are playing professional men's football, actually. So oddly enough, so the heading, it is more physical than people often in this country like to give the sport credit for. So I said, okay, fine. We take her we find her at the main facility, get her looked at by a trainer who assesses her as not having a concussion, but says, I can't sign you off to play tomorrow without a trainer at one of two facilities seeing you tomorrow morning before the first game. She said, we trainers are at either facility first thing in the morning, so come there before your game and then we'll sign off. Cool. Fine. Go home, rest, boop. Get up first thing, bright and early, go to the first spot. There are no trainers there. Go to the next spot and are told we're still 30 minutes early. Mind you, games have started. The tournament has started, but we're told we still have to wait 30 more minutes. So we wait. Come back, check in, any trainers. Now we're getting closer to kickoff for the next game, and we have another little ride before we get there and need to get baby girl signed off so she can play. Waiting patiently, check back in. Trainer showed up. Well, yes, we have one here. Oh, I look and it's a room. I'm on the outside, on the field side, the outdoors. I don't go into the room. I just stand in the doorway and see three people, two women and a man. And I just lean in. Any sign of the trainers yet? Oh, we do have one here. I said, great. Can you check out? Well, no, she was seen by someone else yesterday. We need her to see that trainer today because she has the baseline And I said, long story short, I was trying to say the baseline is she doesn't have a concussion. The trainer we saw yesterday did not say she had to be the specific trainer to see her today. We just needed a trainer to assess her today. Does she have a concussion now? We're running out of time. Woo, woo, woo. No, got to wait for this other woman. I'm like, but you know, that's just. I said, I said, are we sure about that? I was like, and she started to get a little agitated. I'm probably getting a little agitated. She raises her voice though and says, listen, it's just not happening. All white folks, by the way. I need to clarify that. Now, because she's sitting down, I need to stress that the woman I'm talking to is seated. So I just want to stress that part for right now. So she's saying, so I said, you don't have to raise your voice. I'm just trying to get baby girl cleared so she can play. You know, it's, uh, and then she says, well, the other trainer's on her way, and I'm saying, I get it, but we've been waiting. I actually did go back and sit down again. Then I came back and I said, we've been waiting, can you please just check her out so we can, like, we have a 30 minute ride to the other field, and we have been going back and forth. She said first thing in the morning. We're past that now. It's coming up on game time for the penalty kicks that I just started this thing with. I'm thinking she's got to get there, otherwise they're out, and she can't, and she's not hurt. She's fine. That was the other thing. Like we did the protocols, did the whole overnight rest, food, that tested her out in the morning. So she says, she raises her voice again. And I said, it's not necessary to raise your voice. And she says, and this is really the crux of it for me. She says, well, I'm raising my voice because you're making me uncomfortable. And she smirked as she said it. Now, there is some other context to this in terms of my physical condition at the time in particular. In some severe back pain. I'm literally leaning on the door, in the doorway, well across, like not in the room, not anywhere near her, basically outside of the door, leaning on it. And she smirked though. She smirked as she said it. And I said, uncomfortable? And she said, yeah. And then the white man behind the counter, that's when he raises his voice and starts doing, sir, sir, sir. And I said, that's not necessary either. She's raising her voice at me. And she said, I'm uncomfortable. And she said, I'm hold up though. So I said, all right. So I walk out and I sit back down on the bench outside. A few minutes later, this woman gets up. See, there's another incident I had some years ago, like with this, where if I was to tell the story accurately and for full humor, it would require me to come off a little bit. But you got to, like, the woman. So I'm about 6'2", 215, 220 right now. This woman gets up, walks past me. I'm literally like, this woman, she's not just a big woman. I'm saying broad shoulders. damn near diesel, past my height. I'm hobbling from the doorway back to the bench to sit down. She talking about I'm making her uncomfortable. She's running off to catch the trainer that's coming over. So anyway, long story short, I go over. We get, and of course they assess her, and literally in less than 3 to 5 minutes, they clear her. She goes, and then she does her thing on the field and has a great, great game, although they didn't advance. My humble thing and all that long story and all of this is society, we have to, the rules have to catch up to the moment. So I get it, and I get it. Historical wrongs need to be checked. Patriarchy, toxic manhood, all of those things. But we've clearly, like, she was clearly Central Park dog walking me, and she knew it. She knew it. So and she also she first, she knows she's abusing her authority by potentially keeping my daughter from playing. Then she's threatening me by claiming discomfort when she's raising her voice at me, holding all the authority, abusing the authority. And then little do I see when she comes out the room, I'm like, even if my back was 100%, it'd have been a 50-50 fight. Oh man. Oh man. So anyway, this is why I should have been at African Liberation Day. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the story. But she knew. She smirked. Oh man, it was so cold. It was so cold. She knew it. She was like, I got him. Got him. It'd have been 50-50. It'd have been no walk in the park. And the winner would have been crawling away. You know what I'm saying? It'd have been like at the end of Rocky 1, where somebody would have been wheelchairing by the other one's hospital bedroom talking about, I see you. I see you when you get out. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, the moral of the story was, straight up, I should have been at African Liberation Day. The pitfalls of suburban consciousness. That's what that is. And it was one of those moments, because in that moment I was like, what am I even doing here? I don't even want to have to, I shouldn't even have to have this interaction. Full stop. Anyway, so that was good gosh, she said. And I'm not doing it justice. I was gonna do a whole thing. My wife was like, you need to chill. Anyway, I was gonna turn this into a whole routine. I should have. Oh my God, it was so funny. Because now looking back, it was so funny. And some of my friends know the other one of a few years ago, where I was the last time I went to the neighborhood liquor store. I can't go back. Just had to save that one for a members only show, I guess. But I can't go back. But if I tell the story, I look wrong. There's something, even though I was being done wrong. Anyway. Okay. So that's the self-critique. That's the self-assessment. Should have been at African Liberation Day. Whew. I'm glad I could laugh about it now, because it was not funny in the moment. Oh man, but it's funny now. It's funny now. That's why you can't take stuff too seriously. You can't let things escalate too far, because today we can laugh about it. And what would it have looked like? Because I did walk out of the room, saying, like, you all are trainers that's the part I left out. I did as I walked out, I was never in the room. As I walked away from the doorway, I did say you all are you all are trainers at a soccer tournament, at a children's soccer tournament. Who do you think you are? And that was as I was saying it, that's where I was like, and you should be at African Liberation Day, your damn self. Because this children's soccer tournament athletic trainer who might have whooped my ass. She might have whooped my ass. It had been a coin toss. If my back was healthy, it'd have been a coin toss. It'd have been 50-50 who was going to walk away from this one. And I'm telling you, the winner would have been crawling away. Nobody was walking away from that one. Woo! Oh, man. I don't know. I haven't been to enough warrior classes with Baba Balagoon to make it through that one 100%. Talk about she was okay. That's why she was smirking. She knew. Never mind the racial piece. I'm saying her smirk was 50-50, the white woman thing, and I might really whoop your ass. All right, let me move on. All right, let me stop. That's too funny. Okay. Man, I'm actually tearing up over here. That joint is hilarious. So another semi-funny thing, what is this? I have to stop caring so much. Oh, right. I have to stop caring so much. Yeah, I say it out loud. That's a good one. I have to stop caring so much about soccer. That's it. Woo! Yeah, I hear you. I had to put like I feel like now that I'm laughing, I feel like I want to go back and like be like, let me take a selfie. Like go back, find her, and be like, let's selfie up. I'd have been because I'd have been like, woo! All right. So another semi-funny thing, I don't know if this is going to happen. I think I'll hear maybe this week if it does. So you all have, I know, have been paying attention to whew, uh, the commodification of Juneteenth. So this is one thing I'd like to ask you all, and then I'm going to check back in the chat in just a second on this question. In my what I remember of my activist life, in terms of topics that have become have reached new or renewed importance, below reparations would have been Juneteenth in terms of importance. I don't remember Juneteenth ever being really talked about, certainly not organized around. Not much anyway. So it feels like two things are happening because I got contacted by a journalist in Texas who is working on I think they're working on a story about the commodification of Juneteenth. That's what they were asking me about. And I didn't get into this with them because I didn't think it was appropriate for that. But I do have a question. So there's two prongs to this for me. One is I'm wondering, so my argument, of course, is not only is Juneteenth, of course, being commodified, but that's of course what happens with everything in capitalism. That's what that's what Marx said was capitalism's original sin: commodity formation. You turn everything, you commodify every single thing possible. So but the other thing that I'm asking you all specifically is, has Juneteenth been somewhat fraudulently promoted nationally as an acceptable sort of additional holiday that somehow it seems to be bleeding over, and I didn't mean that unintentionally. That seems to be fading over, or leaning into, or crossing over into, another unintentional pun. Um, like a only in America thing, like let's celebrate Juneteenth the way we should do 4th of July, and commemorate uh uh not only the nominal freedom conferred by Lincoln, but the nominal freedom we exist with today. So I don't know. I mean, I have known about and celebrated Juneteenth since I was a kid, on and off every year. Wow. Okay. Oh, but no one else around me did. Okay, I'd explained to a lot of people. Okay, I get it. I get. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't. I just don't. I don't. I'm from Black Nationalist North, and I never heard of Juneteenth until I moved to the DMV. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's. I thought. All right. Oh, right on. Maurice Bishop's birthday. You know what? I think it is on our channel. We have I did and I hope he's doing well. I haven't heard from him lately, but I have a great conversation with Don Rojas about Maurice Bishop. Having worked closely with Bishop. Uh, yeah, yeah, belated birthday, and definitely got to check that out. Capitalism consumes all, greatest con next to the 13th exception clause. Yeah, Abe's big lie. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So that was that. So I'm interested to see. Because the one of the questions was, is what Walmart is doing, or was criticized for doing, particularly fraudulent, and part of my answer was, and is, that whatever Walmart was doing is the lesser fraud here. You know what I mean? It's the the initial fraud is the sort of what I was thinking about just now. The false freedoms encouraged and imposed, the let's have a symbolic celebration of something without dealing with any of the actual inequality that exists, type of thing. Anyway, so all right, that was really it on that. In the Discord, I thought we might do a not by myself this morning, but I don't think we're going to have time, and I don't think that there was. I don't know. We'll see. The one of the ones that was suggested was I don't think fits for that concept, but we can. But one thing Emma had shared. Yeah, I'd had to put it in my notes, so I just got to share my notes here. Had shared this in the Discord. The average adult in the U.S. spends $1,497 a month on non-essential items. All told, that's roughly $18,000 a year on things we can all do without. And I want to pull it up here, see, because I'm actually forgetting why, Emma, what your point was. But the note I made there, I think it's even there on the screen. Yeah, is that while people make these kinds of claims, and I'm not sure the context of even of this full tweet. Oh, right, the buying power. That's what you put there. Right. If the claim here is that there are people buying things that they can do without, and to suggest that if it's non-essential, maybe you could save that money, be more financially literate or responsible with that money. That's usually what's connected with all of that. But what is often left out of these claims and discussions is that if people do not buy these quote unquote non-essentials, the economy collapses. The economy is at least 75% consumer based. So con- what are we talking about here? So if you um this is part of my argument around buying power, uh to what I think is Emma's point, that um if black people are, as we're constantly being told, quote unquote, more financially literate and responsible and save more and do this and that, then so many other businesses, so many other people under the employment of those businesses lose. So that's why I keep coming back to, we shouldn't be telling people not to buy lunch, takeout, to go to restaurants. We shouldn't be telling people to not spend money grooming, their cable bills, subscription boxes, ride shit. We shouldn't be saying don't do that. We should be saying that the wealth that those things, that those exchanges create, should be better distributed. At least start there in terms of a change in society. There's obviously more revolution to occur, but that's the point I'm getting at. So instead of, as is done here, constantly giving supremacy and higher validation to the entrepreneur, the business owner, the consumer should be far more respected, protected, and encouraged and benefiting from what they do. Because if you don't go to the restaurant, then the black restaurant owner who started that black business, because they're constantly being told this is the pathway to success, they will collapse. If you go to the grocery store, good luck finding a black owned grocery store that would actually have everything in it that you would want and need. Um, but if you go to the grocery store, save your money, and cook all your dinners, then the restaurant industry collapses, including the black owned restaurant, including the black servers, waiters, wait staff, cleaning staff, hosts, you know, parking attendants. All of that goes away. And if you just do your own hair, then, I mean, I see it all. I mean, that sort of semi or unground or parallel economy disappears. So anyway, the point is, you shouldn't not go get your takeout. You should just be able to enjoy the wealth that generates, uh, among more people. That's all. So yeah, Emma is right on. I mean, it's absurd that they. So what I one of the suggestions in the Discord for Not By Myself, which is where I found, which the link to which is in the show notes, but where I found Emma's tweet, there is a video about Malcolm X, which I didn't really think was appropriate to a Not By Myself, because Not By Myself is meant to be something hard to watch. I don't think that they did anything particularly wrong in that. Although I only watched it, I didn't really watch it, but it didn't feel like that's what was happening there. So I think I found something better anyway, and something to hate on for a number of different reasons to work in here in the next few minutes. Yeah, no, and this is the real question. Silberg here is asking the real question. If you do your own hair, then Dolittle, where will she go? Where will she go? Speaking of hair, by the way, so I haven't even told her yet. I don't know how long this is going to work, but my wife said the other day, you should since school is out, let as much of this hair grow out as you can, because your daughters have never seen your hair. They've never really seen your hair, and you used to have such nice hair. So grow out what you can, let them see it and enjoy it, and wear a hat the rest of the time, and so this is like the first day of not shaving. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. It's gonna get crazy. But you see, like, the ring here, like, it's a wrap. These fields are dead. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. For the children, ugh. Yeah, it'll grow. It'll grow. That's the thing. Everywhere that it, it my hair, what is left, it won't take long. Like I said, this is a day. I don't know. I can't bring back the fade. It would have to be a reverse fade. It have to fade this way. That's what I need right there. The Tim Pool beanie. That's what it is. Yeah, she was serious. She was serious. I think it will make for a summer's worth of laughs though. So it's serious clowning. That's how I would describe it. And then yeah, the girls would want to braid it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's part of the point, So I might I don't know. Yeah, the reverse fade. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna have to try to do that. Yeah, that's it. The Fred Mertz. That's messed up. I would have been going more for that. But no braids. Embrace it, but no braids. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Stay tuned. It's another incentive to stay tuned to BPM.